Alright. Let's get started, shall we? Here we go. Wait, am I on the wrong save file? Oh shit, I'm on the wrong save file. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna go here. Sorry. Whoops. There we go. That's the loading screen. Boop. Six damage. Yeah. Fuck it. You can dual wield Uzis. Because I don't know what else to do with it. Yeah. Team. Outfits. Yeah. Items. Spells. Obviously, Gobat's the only one with spells. Let's go. Foul, oily water rains down from above, mixes the filth and offal and swill of the streets, turns it into a flowing slurry of unrecognizable sewage. In the distance, the sounds of back alley activity add to the ambience at your arrival. Breaking glass, the cracking hiss of a garbage fire, faint screams of terror punctuated by the occasional gunshot, sex and business and violence and misery blended into one. Ooh winces at the stink, waves a hand in front of his face. Raymond said that prosperity is in the walled city, but I don't see it. Why the hell would he want to set one foot in this place? You got me as I said. The walled city is the worst slum in the eastern hemisphere. Maybe in the world. A rat pokes its head out of a fold in her clothing, squeals softly. She reaches up a hand to comfort it. There is something wrong with this place. This isn't just a slum. It feels poisonous, somehow on an astral level. It churns my stomach to even come near it. Wu nods in agreement. Okay, you were right. This isn't the Baron's. It feels, I don't know, thicker. He goggles the place. Which way? The Lotus Den. That's what Ball calls his little corner of hell. I don't know where it is offhand, but I have a way of finding things. There's a flurry of motion at her hip, and a second pair of beady eyes appears. Gomez shifts her hand from one rat to another, stroking in each turn. They probably aren't expecting anyone to come in force. We can kick in the door, drop the guards, hand over the message, and get the hell out. Kinley doesn't want them dead. She wants them to remember where their loyalties lie. It's tough to remember much of anything when you've got a bullet in your head. I mean, we could kill them if you really wanted to, but technically, Bao is the only one that has to live. But I'd rather keep Auntie Chung happy than piss her off. That'll be up to them, I have to say. Actually... This group's safety is my biggest concern. We don't need to risk our necks for a bunch of nah, he'll see. Yeah, he'll see, that'll be up to them. If they don't try and kill us, we don't dust them. Got it? Let's get this done. Can I zoom out? Thank you. Time to explore. Do not kill any Yellow Lotus. Oh boy, this shit's gonna be fucking hard. Okay. Save. Oh boy, let's go. I can see a few dwarves. Oh boy. That's going to be difficult not to kill any of them. I guess that just depends on our dialogue options. If it presents itself to us, I don't know. Can I walk across this garbage heap? I can, but it doesn't lead to any... No. No? Yes? No? No. Does not lead us to anywhere. Alright. Yikes. Lot of homeless. Lot of homeless. I'll search this heap first. Putrid stench emanates from the remains of this building. You see nothing that would cause it. Hello? Hello? The bedraggled old woman looks up from her sewing at the sound of your approach. Clothing, clothing. I have good quality clothing for sale. What's the news here? Anything interesting? Interesting? Here? No. Nothing changes here. Nothing changes here. She settles her weight with an audible harumph. Strangler Bao is the big man now. He is very important. Very important. Very impatient. You know Bao. We'd love to meet him. Well, he requested a suit, and took it only 1 day longer than expected. The bastard refused to accept it. She spits. You see your friend Bao? You tell him that he still owes me for my time. I don't sue for nothing. You can't eat air. We'll get right on that. She nods sagely. You see that you do. You see that you do. Now, what else do you want? Ever heard anyone say prosperity is in the walled city? She cocks her head like a dog listening to a noise that she can't understand. Prosperity? She sounds it out to herself. I don't know what that means. Alright, later, lady. Sleeping homeless people. Oh, over here. Help. Oh, shit. Yo, what's going on? A young woman lies on the ground. She's a bloody mess. Streaks and splatter of crimson crisscross her blouse and mat her hair, judging by the quality of her clothing and the bag on her shoulder. You'd make her out as a student. She's as out of place here as a librarian would be in a game of urban brawl. She struggles to move, but she's clearly exhausted. The dark circles under her eyes tell you that she hasn't slept in days. When the woman sees you heading her way, her face hardens. You see her hand slip into her jacket pocket, but as she studies her face, the fear in her eyes gives way to curiosity. You guys don't look like you're from around here. A hacking cough shakes her, but her eyes remain fixed on you. What happened to you? She looks like she can barely keep her eyes open. Predators. I'm okay, though. The blood stares. Thought I'd rest here for a minute before I got back to work. I'm a student at HKU. She glances around watchfully over your shoulder at the building looming above her into the windows nearby. Doing some research. Gotta finish before I can leave. What kind of research? Fieldwork. I've been taking readings and gathering stories for my master's thesis on feng shui in the sixth world. What is feng shui? Although she is exhausted and possibly ill, the student eyes gleam. Feng shui is one of the 5 arts of Chinese metaphysics. Before the awakening, it was thought as a philosophical system for harmonizing people with the surrounding environment. You know, architecture, interior design, stuff like that. Now in the 6th world, feng shui has become more than that. My thesis is about how it's actually a form of magic. The whole thing revolves around qi, the invisible life energy that binds every person and thing together. It's very real here in Hong Kong. Nobody knows the reason why. Maybe it's only real because people believe that it is. The important thing is it's a measurable, quantifiable phenomenon. There's an entire industry that's grown up around it. So how's the qi in this place? It's wrong. All wrong. The feng shui in the walled city is completely screwed. I mean, look at this place. She gestures at the squalor surrounding you. You can feel it, right? I felt that something was wrong the minute I walked in. Bad qi, huh? Yeah, bad feng shui. Qi needs to flow or go sour. Positive feng shui allows that to happen. The woman clears her throat, then lets out a hacking cough. The effort requires a moment for her to recover before she speaks again. You know, I hate to admit it, but I could use some help. I started running in, well, I guess you could call it an experiment of sorts. Nothing conclusive, just a few quick trials to support my hypothesis before I go into hardcore data gathering mode. There are only a few things left to do. You can finish them for me. I could get out of here. Please. Follow the notes on the sheet. On the sheet, she holds out a crumpled piece of paper. Okay, takes it. Duncan takes the paper from her outstretched hand and examines it, frowning. Just say what you need us to do. I need you to make adjustments to the area's feng shui. My notes will tell you how. The goal is to remove sources of friction and to record the results. My hypothesis is that even small adjustments can have measurable impact on qi flow. If I'm right, it should improve, and life here should get a little better. I'll see what I can do. Repair the walled city. Alright. Oh, I can't enter. Okay. Well, let's see our quests, yeah? Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off, but this one, I think, well, we might as well grind on these side quests before advancing the plot. Hopefully, if I can. I mean, I won't fucking tell what. This one's mine, step off. What, the generator? Okay then. Right. I don't know where to find these sources of friction, but... Who's this? Oh, another merchant. Hello. The street vendor gestures towards a jumbled pile of tarnished chains, costume jewelry, and trinkets on a stained flannel blanket. Look at these beauties. Very valuable, very pretty. Show me what you're selling. Fire elemental fetish? What? Summons of Force 3. Nah, no thanks. Actually, show me what you're selling. Can I sell stuff to him? Oh, I can. Can I sell the... Okay, hold on a second. See around. Because I want to sell this Uzi because nobody fucking wants it. Wait, trade. Give me that. Show what you're selling. Sell items. Equipment. Yep. Sell that shit. Alright. Done. Save. Oh, I can't, apparently. That's probably where the plot is. I'm gonna go the other way and try to do the side quest if possible, hopefully. What's this? I shall inspect. The lucky stone has been picked clean, its owner has been replaced by a pool of dry blood. Okay. Lovely. Yellow. Oh, no, don't go to this. Okay, no, that's the plot. That's the plot. No. Or possibly, I don't know. I can't tell the difference between the... Oh. What's this? Gobet comes up short. She gestures down at the pile of filthy rags on the ground. A man's shirt, encrusted with dry blood and grime. Hey, hold up. This cloth has a lot of negative energy come off it. I think there's a spirit bound to it. Interesting. What can you tell me about this spirit? Well, it's a ghost. Either that or a spirit of a man that thinks it's a ghost. It's hard to be sure. She stares at the cloth, frowning. Whatever it is, it's upset. I can feel its anger and sorrow from here. But that's all I can get from it while it's hiding like this. I could coax it out of the cloth and talk with it if you want. Maybe it'll lead to something, she shrugs. Or it could attack us and rip out our souls. There's no way to tell without trying. Go ahead and do it, Gobet. I want to hear what this spirit has to say. I have no spirit summoning because I ain't magical. Sure thing. Her eyes go beady, and her nose crinkles. Just let me try to establish a connection. Here we go. Oh, there he is. Hi. The air above the bloody rags shimmers slowly. Something close to a man-shape coalesces into being. A soft voice echoes out from a deep inside, as if it began somewhere else. What is this? Spirit peers at you, though through eyes as soft and undefined as poached eggs. Where am I? Kowloon, the walled city. His expression changes, moves from lost to found. Still. It raises its hand to examine them, blank eyes sweeping over dead flesh. What is the last thing you remember? The last thing. The spirit searches the sky for an answer. I was pushed out of my shop, hunted through alleys. The spirit's mouth widens in horror. Bao, and his men. I wouldn't pay them, wouldn't accept their protection. Proud. I was too proud. A cold light flares from somewhere deep its throat. They tore me apart, butchered me like a duck. It searches the sky, the ground, tearing at the memories inside itself as it relives its own death. A network of deep cuts opens in its waxy skin, splattering like ichor, the ground. The cold light within it grows brighter. It pulses up the thing's throat and into its mouth, forcing its jaw to unhinge like a snake's. A burning radiance pours out of the spirit's mouth like vomit, splattering to the ground in an ectoplasmic flood of anger and despair. Perhaps you can help us. Help? It looks confused, lost. I can. You can get past Bao's gods and into the walled city so we can find them. The spirit's eyes roll in its head and it shudders, struggling to let the passion dissipate. I had a friend. It squeezes its eyes shut as it struggles to remember. A smuggler of animals. He had a space, hidden, secret. Yes, Spirit, tell me about the secret place. An entrance in the sub-levels. The spirit clasps its head in its hands. A chute, a door, red paint, and numbers. 5, 4, 6, 5, 5, 4, 6, 5. The entity squeezes his eyes shut and turns away. 5, 4, 6, 5, 5, 4, 6, 5, 5, 4, 6, 5. Well then. I'm guessing that was the plot? I thought it was the side quest. It's really hard to tell the difference. Oh, that's where the Lotus Den is. Okay. I'm not gonna go there then. Neat. I'll try to explore this area then. Wires are sparking dangerously just above the doorway. Hey, I got an intelligence of 2. Hey, patch the worn out wire coating. A quick patch job with some nearby waste rubber leaves the wire safe once more. Oh, neat. Oh, that's pretty neat. Sweet. Wait, hold on a second. Is it possible to go here? Oh, no. Negative. That's a no. Okay. Is there anything else? Okay. Can I save now? Why? Fuck. Well, just gonna walk over here. I don't want to talk to you guys yet. I want to bloody figure out everything I can. What is... You come upon a heavily muscled triad soldier screaming at a bearded old man holding a bleeding nose. The punk wags a cheap disposable cred stick in the old man's face. This? The bright plastic case would look cheerful if it weren't smeared with blood. This isn't enough. You got two options, old man. You can find a way to pay me all the money, or you can drag your bony ass deeper into the wall. Find a spot for yourself there with the pimps and the predators. They should find a nice use for you. Your choice. The old man wails. It's not fair. I can't just pack up and leave. I've been living here for 22 years and Is this how it's going to be? He rolls his burly shoulders. Fine by me. Oh. And he's dead. He's out cold. Okay, I thought he actually killed him. Is this another... These tires have been set aflame and have been awfully burning for some time. The smell is awful. Is it just a... Okay. I don't know if I can do anything about it. Can I do anything? No. Okay. Bucket of sand. Mission item. Bucket of sand. Smuggler's Den code 5465. For dirty sand and some secret butts. Crumple note. I don't know. I'm saying require a specific stat for that, but I don't know how to get that. Okay, I fixed the wires. About the trinket man. Shut off broken valves. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know what the so this must be the lower levels. I don't know what to do about the burning tires. Do I need an item for that to put it out or something? Oh, it's just saving. Okay. Okay, so the note has, so it's just a broken valve, I guess. I don't know if my character can fix that, though. That's the main issue. Yeah. Keep going. What's this? Door panel. That's the smuggler's den. That probably forwards the plot. I don't want to do anything. What? Who's this guy? Gunrunner? A tubby man with a twice broken nose glances up at you from a pile of gun parts. He offers you a gap-toothed smile. Nice firearms here. Good for protection. Got a husband or a wife? You got kids? You keep them safe in one of these buildings. Quality is guaranteed. Your satisfaction is everything. You wanna buy? Show me what you got. Shotgun, shotgun. Oh, yes! Yes! A rifle, finally! Yes, an actual rifle. Fucking hell, I don't sell my pistol. Cause I don't need that shit anymore. Yes, an actual rifle. Fucking hell. Mine. Yes. Confirm. Oh my god, I need that. Anyway, how do you stand it here? Nah. Ever heard anyone say prosperity is in the walled city? He snorts in his reply. If you're an organ ledger, or a gun runner, or a triad, this sure as shit is. Otherwise, you're looking at a hand-to-mouth, meal-to-meal existence here. Oh, I'm done. I already bought a gun from him, so I'm good. Yep. And a fucking AK-47 now. Hey, I actually have a gun. Yes. I can actually use it. Oh my god, that's amazing. Alright. I'm happy. What's over here? Oh, I didn't expect this area. Maggots churn with the stews of unidentifiable ingredients. Anything up here? No? Okay. I don't like to go with that because that's a smuggler's den. What's this? Oh, it's just another door panel. Probably to the smuggler's den. I don't know. I'm going the other way. But yeah, yes. I actually got a rifle. Now I can actually have a hybrid build. What's down here? Oh, no, I don't wanna interact with any of the Lotus guys yet, because I don't wanna end up killing any of them. Because if possible, I don't want to kill any of them. Suspect that, is that the valve? This old rusted water valve might be able to close off the flow of water that's pouring out of the broken pipe. Wrench the shut-off controls. Hey, gonna flex my strength, because I'm a fucking orc. I mean, well, Kronos is a motherfucking orc. He's got that strength. The water flows. The flow of water ceases. Less clean water will run off into the streets now. Hey, I don't know what to do with the burning tires, but oh shit. Okay. No, we're good. We're good. To the rooftops. I want to go back up. I want to talk with the lady. I don't know if... Oh, hey, the old man's back up. Hey. Heyo. I don't want any trouble, boss. He exhales sharply. Please, just let me be. Sorry for your troubles. I'll leave you alone. I don't know what to do about these burning tires. Do I have anything to put them out? Oh, the bucket of sand! Ah! These tires have been set aflame and have been burning for some time. The smell is awful. Time to dump some sand all over them. The flames are stifled beneath the dirty sand and soil from the bucket. Haha! Nice. One karma gain. Just one. But, okay, to be fair, that wasn't really a difficult thing. It was more or less just running around the map, finding shit to do. I'll just go back to the lady. Oh yeah, don't mind me, just walking through. I don't want no trouble, not yet. I don't want to kill the gods. No. Because if we want to get... yeah, we're gonna need to please the lady here. And if we can't, well... Wait, is she gone? Oh no, she's here. Hello. The young woman startles at your approach, fumbling for something in her pocket. When she recognizes you, she relaxes. Is it done? It is done. Thank you. Thank you so much. The young woman sighs with relief. She opens the flap on her satchel, reaches inside, and produces a plastic sheath. I'm not magically active, so I can't see the flow of chi in the area. But I got test strips. Little sheets of paper embedded with chi-sensitive bacteria. It's a close relative of FAB, but it doesn't see much use outside of Hong Kong. She pulls the strip out of the sheath and holds it in the air. Within seconds, it turns ink black. She lets out a dejected sigh, her eyes shifting from the strip to her watch to the strip again. She looks utterly defeated. Damn it! I've been making adjustments for weeks now, trying to get all the chi to circulate better, and nothing seems to work. If anything, this one went bad and even faster than the control strips I took when I got here. Any idea why? No, it should work. I followed the text, done everything right. The chi here is rancid, that's obvious, but I swear it's worse than it should be. No wonder this place is so disgusting. I get what you mean. The student coughs and rests her head in her hands. That's it, I'm getting out of here. In a little while. Gotta tell my advisor about this. Thanks for the help. Hope you don't stay long. I sure as hell won't. I guess I already got my reward, which is the karma. Okay. Now comes this. Also, I got one karma, nice, but I only have one karma, so I can't spend it on anything. Okay. In the walled city, okay. Well, I guess I go to the smugglers then, because I have a feeling if I talk with those guys, they're gonna try and jump me, and I'll have no choice but to kill them in self-defense. Yeah, I don't think you just enter like that, especially with those guys standing right in front of the entrance, so I am not going to do that, and instead go to the smugglers den, which is apparently gonna help me bypass the guards, according to the spirit. Because all I need to do is get that damn message without killing anybody. Which is going to be quite a task to get around. Hello. Security. 5465. Yeah. Security. A door is secured by a lock with a badly dented keypad. The keys themselves are deeply scored. Scored? As though somebody has gone to work on them with a penknife. Enter code. 5465. No? Okay, this must be not the door then. Alright, that's a different door. I'll try this door then. The door has been secured by a series of heavy bars with old motors to retract them. A stained and soiled keypad has been set into the door frame. Enter code 5465. Nice. Oh shit. Oh, there's actual beasties here. Okay, first. I doubt it. These guys are melee. So, might as well. Actually, might as well get a better angle. And fire. Oh, line of sight block. Shit. Okay, cover. Fuck. I think I'll stay back as well. Ah, shit. Fine, I'll overwatch. I'll have you move back here. Nice. Duncan. Fire. Wait. Shot. One bullet. Nice one. Nice. And shot. Action switch. Poison fog. I'll haste. Oh, I can't do that. I'll just jump with the bullets. Ah, fuck. Okay. What's my line of sight blocked? Okay, and then I'll just fire then. Missed. Nice. Ow. First, I shall heal. Kronos. Second, increase the aim of Duncan. And now, additional 1 AP damage and the rest of it. Minus 10 to hit. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Good job. Good job, everybody. We did it. Ooh, nice. Alright. I'd like to save. Thank you. Save. Nice. We killed those weird wolves. Alright, anything else to explore? Actually, no, yeah, that's it. Well, let's go. We found a new way in. Oh boy. Okay, that's our objective. Slowly. Shit, we're gonna need a code. I'm not a decker. There's no people though. The door has been sealed with a factory fresh maglock. A high-set keypad has been set in frame. Okay, 1111 1112. No, I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have to find the actual code. Okay. Let's see here. Slowly. Is there anybody here? SINless vending machine. Anything that's just... The SINless machine has been left unlocked for restocking. There's a package data chip still on the tray. Steal the chip? What is this chip? Stolen from a vending machine in the Lotus Den. Someone might pay to take it off your hands. Ooh. Good to know. Good to know. Locked. Locked door. Is there no people inside the den? So, not seeing anybody so far. To the rooftops. Open door. I'd rather not do that, otherwise I'm gonna be like, how the fuck did you get in here? And start blasting me. I'd rather not to do that. Low levels, so that's where I came from. Where the fuck do I get the code from, though? The bathrooms. Nothing here. Oh, wait. Something there. I missed it. Yes! Okay. Someone kept it in the bathroom. Someone must have dropped it when they were taking a dump or something. Alright. So they must have forgotten to pick it back up after they had their business in the bathroom. 6378. Okay, first, save. Okay. So 6378. Gotcha. 6378. The door unlocks. Move in. We got a fucking message to give to Bao. Hey, Struggler Bao. What up? Thank you. A large man in his 50s stands waiting, his heavily tattooed arms held in a fighter's stance. His bone structure is heavy. Corded muscle stands out on his arms and chest. In his youth, it must have been enormous. He doesn't talk so much as emit a low rumble. I don't know how you got in here, but you got my attention. Good, I have a message from Kinley Chung. A message from Chung. I can't wait to hear you mangle it. Chuckles to himself. You speak Cantonese so well, but before I hear it, I have a little message for her too. You tell Kinley Chung that her operations are done in the walled city. Strangler Bao has given himself a promotion, and tell her that if she sends any more errand boys to visit him with another message, Strangler Bao is going to send them back in a box. You think you can tell her that, errand boy? Should I write it down for you in English? I just hold out the stick. Just slot the stick. Listen to the message, and I'll be gone. Okay? I don't get to hear you butcher the message. I'm sad. He grabs a small plastic drive from your hand and slots it into his trig player. Kinley Chung stands erect, speaks directly to the camera. Mr. Bao, as everyone knows, you are a man of swift action. I respect that, and because of that respect, I will get to the point. I know where your money is coming from. I know that you have friends working for the straw sandals like myself. They have been siphoning funds from their organizations. I know about the noodle shop that you launder the money through. I have tasted their broth and found it wanting. The straw sandals, okay. The old woman becomes flinty hard. You have been stealing from the Yellow Lotus, glorifying yourself with the revenue that we have earned, and I have flies to prove it. Bao's eyes widen as flies begin to flit across the screen. Receipts, bank reports, personal communications between himself and his men. Kinley Chung continues speaking smooth and casual. Now, in the light of our recent conflict, you might be wondering, why am I keeping this information to myself? Why haven't I exposed you so you could be dragged from your lotus den? by the balls and slowly roasted on a rotisserie spit. In truth, I respect your ambition. You have a lot to learn about candor and loyalty, but I believe that you still have value. I am still willing to work with you. However, in order for that to happen, we need to come to an understanding about the nature of our partnership. Kinley Chung steps forward, fills the screen. I own you, Bao. You and all your men. You are my fucking playthings. Dolls to twist and pose as I see fit. I am in this position because I am far better at this than you, and it's time that you learned it. Accept what I'm telling you, and we get back to business. Prosper together. But if you continue your little rebellion, I will mail tiny pieces of you to your children and take their picture as they open the package. She produces one of her thin black cigars, lights it, holds the smoke a long time. You have 24 hours to return to the fold. If you aren't here licking my heels by then, the information will be released and you will become food for fish. Your choice, Bao. 24 hours. The message winks out. Strangler Bao turns away from the screen slowly. His skin is ashen. Get out. He pauses, casts his eyes to the floor. And tell Mrs. Chung to expect me at Swift Winds tomorrow. He stands up straight. Tomorrow morning. I will let her know. Just go. Just go. Well, our job here is done. And no killing. Yay. Well, looks like I'm in it for the extra pay. Let us get the hell out of here. Well, let's get out. What's this? Wu holds up his hand for everyone to stop, turns to the two of you, and hooks his thumbs in his belt. Well, that was a thing. Never thought I'd be shuttling messages between criminals in a Hong Kong syndicate. Can't imagine why Raymond would have wanted in the walled city. This place just feels wrong. No kidding, there's something off about it. Oh, actually, it must have been important. He flew all the way here, hired runners for an escort. But why? This place makes you feel like your life has no value. There's no point to anything. He sighs and looks at your companion. Great life you have here. Gilbert ignores the Bob, scratches her head. Can't believe it. You actually delivered the old lady's message without anyone dying. I know, right? I've had enough of tries. Let's get out of this pit. I'm with you, Gunshow. I don't need to see this place ever again. Gunshow, seriously? Move goggles pan down. Come to rest on Goblet. That's not gonna stick, is it? Let's get back to Hoi. We've done all we can. Back to Hoi. It's hard to shake off the walled city. Its gravity clings to you as if richness itself had grown tentacles. The sounds of suffering subside, but their echoes still thrum your insides. Gilbert walks slowly, head down, both hands on her stomach, whispering a conversation to someone or something that only she can see. Her rats are silent and remain hidden in her clothing. Wu pauses a moment and breathes a sigh of relief. When you finally reach the streets, but returning to Hyoi isn't like coming home. Suspicious looks and closed-mouth accents, unsmiling faces that billboard a universal message: you don't belong here. Time to report back to Kinley Chung and inform her that the message has been delivered. Get this business over with, get your sin burned, get on to the next step, whatever that is. You leave the city of darkness behind. Head to the Mahjong parlor and a date with the crime lord. Damn right. Let's get out of here. They're not worth it. Inspect. 6 comma. A large X mesh with the overlapping strips of peeling. Okay, update, blah blah blah. Okay, I got some points. Might as well spend them. I guess I'll level up my gunplay if possible, or increase my stats, one or the other. Produced. Versatile weapon permitting. Want to boost my quickness up? Strength. This weapon increases your chance of scoring a hit when using melee weapons to attack. Special abilities. What do I want to boost my quickness? This is the chance of stronger hands, rifles to attack. I'll increase. Yeah. Boop. And you can strike multiple. Nice. Right. And I'll use that. I think I'll save my points because yeah, I'll save them for now. Right, save. Right, so back I go to the smuggler den. I should probably just go to the, just not the smuggler's den, the Mahjong parlor. And I think, have I talked to you before? Bins of electronics crowd every dry patch of deck space on this rusty old boat. A young man wearing a multi-virtual reality goggles glances your way for a moment, then turns away in disdain. Who are you? He doesn't even look at you. Shop's closed. Get lost. Well, I'm no decker, so not really interested in that. And where the hell are my companions? Whatever, they can catch up. They can teleport, probably. To the parlor. I think I'm on my own? Question mark? Okay. Hello, Kinley Chung. I've done your job. Kinley Chung watches you closely as you walk across the Mahjong parlor. As you approach her, her lieutenant leans in, brings her mouth close to the triad boss's ear. Chung smiles and nods, her eyes never leaving you. There's a twinkle in the straw sandal's eye. I've heard from Bao. He got my message very clearly, and I understand that there were no casualties created during your little delivery run. I am pleased and surprised. Well, Java did a great job of guiding us. A wide grin. Did she? Good to know. My message was delivered and Strangler Bao is back in the field earning for me. As far as I'm concerned, our transaction is complete. While you are gone, I set the wheels in motion to wipe your identities. She pulls out her PDA, stabs a button with a lacquered fingernail. The order has been sent. Congratulations, you are now SINless shadow people. Wu exhales heavily. His eyes remain focused, straight ahead, but his shoulders sag. Well, guess that's done. Yeah, I guess so. But I'm not. Wu pulls himself to his full height. Whoever gave the order to kill on Carter also forced us to give up our identities and took Raymond. Wu sets his jaw firm. That's all I can think about. Finding who did this. Finding Ray. Kinley Chung holds up a hand. While I was working to get your sins burned, I also had my network look into Raymond Black's disappearance. She rests her PDA on the mahjong table. Facing you, the triad boss's tongue slips from her mouth, and she looks over the top, hunting for the right button on its upside-down interface. She finds it and looks up at you again. I have news to share with you, my darlings, the kind you won't like. Raymond Black is dead. She taps the button, and a recorded newscast appears on the screen. Well, fuck. Raymond's photograph appears on the screen behind a reporter standing on the docks in Victoria Harbor. It's a picture you've seen before. A professional portrait taken for a press release about a youth center he was opening in the Redmond Barrens. Under Raymond's photo are the words, Seattle man killed. Another shooting involved in the police department. A Seattle community organizer and industrial engineer was apparently shot and killed while resisting arrest at Victoria Harbor last night. HKPF police report that the UCAS man, Raymond Black, was behaving erratically and would not respond to police orders to surrender. No additional information regarding Black or why he was traveling to Hong Kong are available. Police have stated that due to the shooting's proximity to last night's shootout with the White Star, the investigation must remain confidential and no other details are being revealed at this time. Kinley Chung taps the button again and the video closes. Wu puts his hands to his face. This keeps just getting worse. You were right, Auntie. That was news I did not like. Raymond's dead. Wu puts his hands over his mouth, trying to process the information. He sways, and for a moment, it looks as if he was going to pass out. Isobel reaches out to touch Wu, thinks better of it, and pulls back her hand. Sorry for your loss. I had a father, so I don't know what it's like to lose one, but sorry. You alright, Duncan? You don't think so? I think I'm going to be okay for a long time, Kronos. Kinley taps the video closed. She hunts around the keypad and selects another button. I'm afraid that's not all, my darlings. This is security footage from Victoria Harbor from last night. You'll find it contains a contradiction. What? Oh shit. The PDA shows silent, grainy video footage of Raymond sitting in a tea shop, flanked by 2 guards. He's looking down at something in the sand, completely distracted. The footage continues, and the camera displays several black-clad figures entering its field of view. From different angles, guns ready, a tall, sharply dressed man in a suit walks briskly towards Raymond, flanked by 2 more. Raymond stands to face him, and the camera gets a clear view of the suit's face, while his guards turn to draw weapons and muzzle flashes erupt from all sides. One of Raymond's guards goes down, and his submachine gun fires wildly, hitting the camera. Wu puts his hands on the table and leans in. Those weren't cops, and Raymond wasn't resisting arrest. What's with that guy's face? Gilbert reaches up to stroke the rat perched on her shoulder. Is that a mask? It doesn't look like a mask, it looks like some sort of semi-rigid plastic implant. Real craftsmanship. She pushes out her lower lip in appreciation. Quite the fashion accessory. It's also the kind of fashion accessory that stands out in a crowd. This guy's either a fool or an arrogant son of a bitch. He sets his jaw firm. Either way, I'm gonna find him. Kinley Chun watches Wu intently. I believe you. Wu stands back and turns to you. What now? We find out who this plastic-faced man is. Then we get some answers. With what resources? Cheng's eyes sparkle. I'm afraid there are some facts you're going to have to face. She puts on a grave face. You are alone in this country. No network, no money, no identity. I can protect you from the police, but how would you go about discovering what happened to Raymond without me? How would you survive? This is a topic that requires some serious consideration. Kinley wipes her hand across a stack of tiles, spreading the ivory-colored pieces across the table. You've had a very long night, my sweets. Very long. And frankly, you all look like shit. As now, I promise you safety in my town for the night. We will talk about the plastic-faced man tomorrow. Kinley gestures to Gobet and Isobel. Ladies, go find our new friends a new place down in that rat's nest squad boat you call home. We'll all talk after you've slept. Figure out our next steps together. Yes, Auntie. Yes, Auntie. Thank you for the help, Auntie. Of course, my sweet. Kinley Chung smiles and her black button eyes flash cold. What are friends for? Very suspicious, but of course, Kronos has no choice but to be respectful to her. Because you do not want to piss off a crime lord. Especially when you have, and I quote, no identity, no money, no nothing. Or whatever she said. I think, actually I can talk to you again. No time for honest now, I have other business to attend to. Gotcha. Yeah, no money, no identification, no other resources. I forgot the whole wording. Well, our sins are burned. I guess time to explore the entirety of this town. Okay. Oh, it's over there. Well, I'm not gonna go there yet. I'm gonna explore. guess I haven't explored this area yet. Oh yeah, that must be the medical bay area. Guess I can buzz in. Use intercom. Massive steel door. Yeah, I already read this before. Chrome alley. Yeah, press the buzzer. There's a crackle of static, and a brusque voice answers. What do you want? The voice is Cantonese, is precise, but the accent sounds American. Is this a medical clinic? Oh, it's a chicken factory. What do you want? Need a cyberdoc. Yeah, that's me, but listen, guy. I don't know you. I don't like people I don't know. Who sent you? I'm friends with Isobel and Gobbet. Yeah, those two drank some real prizes out of the river. You get Nightjar to vouch for you, I'll consider giving you the time of day, got it? You don't keep up with the current events, do you? Nightjar's dead. There's a long silence on the intercom. Crying shame, that's true. I saw that one coming, and I saw that one coming. So you just washed up with Isobel and Gobbet, huh? You know what that tells me? You're here today, and you'll be gone tomorrow. I'll keep my distance. Fear that I'm going. I told you to fuck off. Well, shit. Well, I don't know what to do to deal with that, so, I don't think there was anything I could do anyway. I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. Bunch of trolls. Spider Shen. Now who are you? The monk proprietor of the stall regards you coldly as you approach. Before you can even utter a word, you're interrupted. Nothing for sale here. Not for you. You want to buy something? You get Kinley trying to vouch for you. Until then, screw off. Very well. Oh, so this is their home. Safe boat. You two can bunk here for a while. She nods with her nose towards the hatch. You've each got a head to take care of your necessities. Try to knock before you enter someone else's, okay? Seriously. I know the drill. Wu turns to you. This thing's a fish. Just like that place we squatted at the Leary Avenue back when we were kids. The ones with that Astlin family and their dog. They're good people. Yeah, until the 162s decided they wanted the place. He wipes his nose with a gloved hand. They were good people. So that had to happen to him. He stretches, and his spine pops like a handful of firecrackers. I think I've enough for something like 36 hours straight. He drops his arms, and this has been one shit stain of a day. Time to end it. The orc turns to you, raises an eyebrow. Anything you need before I leave you to it? Is it just you and Isobel living here? Yeah. Gobbet's mouth screws up a bit. Now that Nightjar and Gunshot are gone, it's just us. The squeak of metal grinding on metal rips through the boat. It sounds like it's coming from the level below. And the creepy Russian guy renting the engine room downstairs. Nothing to worry about, he mostly keeps to himself. She checks her PDA. He'll stop soon. He's usually quiet by now. Is there a place for my stuff? Yeah, check the locker over there. You can stash your stuff in it. No one will touch your things in there. And it's a lot bigger than it looks. How did you get your hands on this place? How do people like us get a hands on anything? We found it. You found it empty? He sweeps his eyes across the cabin. The doubt is plain on his face. Somebody abandoned a prime piece of real estate like this? She shrugs. Close enough. It was full of BTL junkies when we came across it. They were completely wigged out with some multiplayer cyber game. Not sure they ever chipped out of it. They were completely emaciated, stowing in piles of their own shit. Their eyes had sunk into their skulls. Pretty gruesome stuff. They racked up a killer straw, though. True, they had the moves. They should have hung an IV when they were playing. Though, turns out, nutrition is important. So what happened? Did they die? She shrugs. Nitro ran them out. Not sure what happened after that. Anyway, it's us now. Auntie Chung says so. All but the engine room, you mean? Right, everything but that. Auntie rented it out from under us. That must have pissed you off. She sighs. Whatever, we weren't choosing it. As long as our downstairs neighbor keeps to himself, he can have the lower level, especially if it keeps Auntie Chung happy. I think I'll have a look around. Okay, but get some sleep soon. You look like you could use it. We'll go see Kinley in the morning. Figure out our next move. Alright. Hey, Duncan. Hey, Kronos. I got some things that I gotta take care of here. Let's talk later. Very well. I'll look in my room. I'll look in Kronos' room. That's the rest button. Oh, that must be the locker. Stash. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Stairs. Hey, Isabel. Come back later. Steel Samurai. I'm busy. Yes, they call me the Steel Samurai. Go bet. Hello. Hey, Seattle, I'm not really in the mood to hang out right now. There'll be stuff going on down, you know? I'll be fine, but for the time being, I'd rather be alone. We'll talk later, though. Well, guess I'll go rest. And now I sleep. The cot in your cabin is neatly made, with the crisp-looking sheets and an insulated plastic blanket. A fine layer of dust coats its surface. It's been a long time since anyone slept here. To sleep I go. You climb into the cot and worm your way under the sheets. They've been starched stiff as boards, but you slept beneath worse. The lice and bedbugs that plagued your old prison cell are mercifully absent here, and the salt air is fresher than the rancid stink of the red mud barrens. The moment your head hits the pillow, exhaustion sets in. You can barely keep your eyes open. Sleep washes over you, like a warm bath, and everything goes black. I sleep now. Oh? What? What the fuck is that? Is this a dream? What? Oh my god. The plastic face man! Wait, was that the plastic face man? Wait, that face. It looked like plastic face man. I think, maybe. Who knows? The dream is suffocating. The shifting tunnel of glass and steel. The towering silhouette of dark majesty. The shadowy doorway and the teeth. They snap at your heels as you claw your way back to consciousness. You open your eyes to Duncan looming over you. He shakes your shoulder roughly. Kronos! Come on, Kronos, wake up. You gotta go talk to Kinley. The others have already left. That was a run. That was one rough night. Holy fuck. You let's go of your shoulder. Cocks a thumb at the hatch. You gotta go. I've been trying to wake you for a while now. You were thrashing about in your sleep. Thanks. Let's get going. You don't want to keep the mob boss waiting. I think you too. I'm good to go. With an expression on his face, he doesn't look good to go. Did you get some rest? He reaches up and rubs the back of his neck. Enough, I guess. His fingers hit a knot. He winces. Didn't sleep well last night. Bad dream. Me too. Guess that's why I was thrashing. Guess so. I'm not surprised we both had nightmares, though. He stretches his shoulders. Nothing's gone night since we stepped foot in this country. Think about it. That statement from the cops in the newscast could be fake. Ours was. And that surveillance footage? We never saw Raymond get shot. The camera was hit by stray gunfire. His passion is intense, but detained. Focus. Raymond's alive, Kronos. I know it. You make a good case, Officer Wu. He smiles. His teeth are white and straight and perfect. Should have been a detective instead of a headbuster, right? His smile fades. God, I feel like I'm 12 years old again, squatting on a stinking trawler. My partner's gone, Raymond's gone, hell. I'm gone, I don't even know I have a name anymore. And now I can't even go to sleep and hide from all of it without having a nightmare. His jaw tightens, and his teeth grind so loud you could hear it. What else is going to be taken away from me? I'm here, Duncan. I'm not going anywhere. Wu's mouth tightens. Too soon, Steel Samurai. He checks his watch. Go bed at Isabel. Left a while ago. We should get going too. See what the tribe lady has to say. That is right. Steel Samurai. One with honor and principle. Strong and sturdy as steel. His will. Difficult to bend. Like the material itself. Oh boy. What the fuck? Kinley's place reeks of a stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. The clicking of mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place is a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloody and bound at the feet of Kinley Chung. She beckons him with her finger, and he struggles towards her, the loud rustling of the plastic top crackling under his knees as he moves. His pants are wet with fear. Oh shit. The acetylene torch lies on the table at Chung's right hand. He had literally pissed himself. Kinley Chung ignores the scene. She behaves as if all is right in the world. How did you sleep, my little ones? Fine, thanks. What's with the guy on the floor? Yeah, he's not gonna tell her about the dream, because I feel like that could be used against him some. Yeah, because Kronos would think, it's kind of weird coincidence that he and his adopted brother Wu have somehow stumbled into perhaps the same nightmare. So he's not gonna bring it up to Kinley because obviously it's pretty obvious that he shouldn't wholeheartedly trust her given her status and everything. So he's gonna just keep some things to himself, following his friend's advice, following his adopted brother's advice, and obviously Isabella Galbet's advice about Kidney Chung. Anyway, she indicates the kneeling man with an incline of her nose. Shitbird here is a plainclothes cop. He snuck into the area last night while you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him outside the trawler you were sleeping on. They saw to it and that your rest was undisturbed and your location remained a mystery. She nods her head back towards the pillar of meat standing behind her. You can thank Mr. Bao for that. Thank you for guaranteeing our safety, Mr. Bao. Bao inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. She addresses the bloody man on his knees. Now, Shitbird, tell my friends here what you told me. I don't know anything, I swear. We just got the orders in last night. He pushes his head toward you and Wu from the floor, struggling to keep his balance. Somebody high up wants these two dead. The whole department is on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up. The old woman lifts her foot, taps his chin with the toe of a shoe. How high? The cop looks at her, looks around at the room filled with triad soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. He closes it slowly and winks. The cop drops his head to his chest. All the way up. All the way up. It's someone on the council. Someone on the executive council wants these two dead. Chung spits on him with a sneer. Fuck your ancestors to the 18th generation. Give me the truth. The cop wears the spittle. He never lifts his head. It's the truth, madame, I swear it. Whoever it was labeled them as terrorists or to exterminate with extreme prejudice. Kinley Chung shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand, then slowly digs her fingers into his scalp. She pulls back hard until his chin points high. The triad boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. She lets go of his head and smooths his buzz-cut hair with her hand. For whatever reason, last night someone on the Executive Council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill 2 nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating, don't you? Yes, but why the need to label us international terrorists? She strokes the policeman's cheek with the back of her hand. Her rusty voice becomes sweet as she explains the ways of the world. Propriety, my darling. When the government has someone gunned down, they prefer to make it appear justified. The people feel safer when their murders feel like part of civilization. My. But you have definitely fallen into the deep end of the pool. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There, the megacorps control the government. Here, the corps are the government. The exec council is chosen by the corporate board of governors. They're basically legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government in one tiny package. 8 people call all the shots. Neat and efficient. Kinley Chen steps back from the cop and lights one of her thin black cigars. For the wage slaves and the civilian sheep, the corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. She looks around the room, but not for us. The tried woman takes a long pull from her cigar and taps her ash on the kneeling cop's head. Who else knows about my guests? Visit Tiroy, shitbird. No one, ma'am. I haven't called him in yet. I wanted to kill for myself. No one knows they're here. I swear it. She turns to her enforcer, Mr. Bao. Bao fiddles with the PDA in his meaty hands. He's telling the truth. No outgoing calls on his PDA. Very good. Thank you, Bao. She nods at the cop. Thank you for your honesty. Oh shit. Damn, shot right to the head. In one smooth motion, Strangler Bao produces a silenced pistol, fires it once into the policeman's head, and replaces it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. Holy shit. Well, I was wondering what we were going to do with him. Chung takes a drag on her cigar, indicates the body. He knew, my darling. He knew. She balances her cigar on her shot glass, picks up some mahjong tiles, and begins playing with them absently. It is clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involving the walled city. Something having to do with prosperity. And this executive council member wanted Raymond dead for it. She stacks her tiles one by one. Click-clack. Now they want you dead for it too. Click. The plastic-faced man may show up on your door one day too. Sorry. She knocks the pile over and it clatters the table loudly. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. A smile lightens up her dead black eyes. Work for me. With Nightjar and Gunshot dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. I have the need of new deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with the triads who can take care of some of them all. Unsavory business needs about town. You've proven yourself resourceful, and you have no existing connections here. There can be a positive in this line of work. Shadowrunners. Wu grunts, his jaw tightens, but he stays quiet. In exchange, I'll keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body off the floor. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to widen. You'll have safe harbor here in my town and a steady source of income. She picks up a handful of tiles again, and while you dip your toe into the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black, where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, what this prosperity could be. You're putting out a lot of effort to help a pair of foreigners. Not foreigners, my sweet, valued business associates. I need to learn who killed one of my clients, then ordered the cops to execute my team of Shadowruns. Her voice drops and she becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Face dictates and must be confronted I stand to lose everything. How would the arrangement work? I find the right jobs for people with your talents. You do what our clients cannot do for themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings. You make a lot of million very quickly. It's all very civilized. She leans in. Work with me, allow me to help you make money, let my network work for you, and help you find out what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You are completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Kindy Chung will be your partner. Wu's hands go to his hips. He drops his head and shakes a little confused. I gotta wrap my brain around this, Kronos. Things are moving fast, there's a lot to process. You had to see this coming, Duncan. I did. I know, I get it. I just gotta reconcile this whole... He grips the back of his neck, squeezes hard, rips his hand away. Ah, fuck it, I'm not a cop anymore, that guy's dead. He nods, the decision's made. I'm in. What about you? Let's see, what would Kronos say? Let me examine the options. I'm a 2, I didn't have any... I think Ray's still alive too. Let's run to the shadows and figure out what's happened to him. Raymond is alive, I'm sure of it. So I'll run the shadows as long as Auntie Chung keeps up her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm gonna find my father. Our father. That's done. Joy is now open to you. She gestures to her lieutenant, who raises a finger to her ear and whispers into her sleeve. First order of business, Kronos Chargoff and Duncan Wu don't exist anymore. You'll need street names. Wu sighs. Yeah, okay, I'll think of something. Gobet rubs her cheek against her rat's, a glint in her eye. I think we already got you covered, Guncho. She turns to Isobel. Fits, doesn't it? Indeed. I knew that was gonna stick. It had stuck. Gobet, Isobel, we'll handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. She didn't say nightjar. All the jobs I line up for you will be sent to your computer on the squad boat. She's pointing at you. Why me? It's a simple process of elimination. She points to the little decker. Isobel isn't the leader type. You got that right. She moves her finger to the organ. As for Gobet, let's just say Gobet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. And then she rests her finger on Wu. And then there's Guncho. She wiggles it. The jury's out on Mr. Guncho. Meaning, her response is direct, straightforward. Meaning there's a lot going on in that head of yours right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you. So I'm in charge because I'm best of the worst. Oh, my sweet, don't put it that way. She opens her arms. You're the most equipped for the role. She's making sense. You're the right person for this, Kronos. Well, Kronos Chargoff doesn't exist anymore. Call me the Steel Samurai. Wu shakes his head, eyebrows raised. Gonna be weird calling you Steel Samurai again. I haven't called you that since we're kids. Gobet looks from Isobel to Wu to you. Guess this is our new crew. The right on her shoulder scurries to the top of her head for a better view. Welcome to the shadows, Steel Samurai. jokingly waves at you coldly and lifts one hand in a dismissive wave. As much as I love your company, I have business to attend to. Clear the hell out of here and go get settled in. Right? Well, you heard the lady. Crew advancement available. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. Clicking the icon in the lower right-hand corner of your screen will open up the crew advancement menu. When the icon is highlighted, one or more of your companions is eligible to learn a new combat skill. At each advancement level, you may choose one of two possible combat skills for each of your runners. Choose wisely. Okay? Oh, neat. Okay, got level 2. Okay. Select advancement. Let's see. Body fitness. Ultimate skill, ranged combat. Ultimate spends more time at the firing range. Increase their ranged combat skill and SG. Specialization 1. Spiritualist. Spirits will never break away in the first 2 rounds after summoning them. I never actually used the summoning skill now that I think about it. It's on level 3. Oh, I can't see it. Guess I'll... I'll decide on that later. Duncan. Gain the ability firepower. Begins assault rifle that fires a single shot of incendiary ammo. Has an additional 2 damage and pieces of 2 armor. Costs 1 AP. Cooldown 2. Crowd control. Gains a rifle ability that does 2 AP damage and imbalances targets, making it easier to hit on subsequent attacks. The ability cannot do critical damage. Costs 1. I'll go with crowd control. Yes. Crowd control sounds good. Sabotage, mini launcher. These are against the Tar Blaster 10 1.0 program, an upgraded version of the blaster that also sticks enemies place for 1 round. Grenade launcher now remote mines that detonate at will. I like that. As for you, wait, what? Did I? Oh shit. Did I pick that already? Oh, oops. I thought I... okay then. Guess that's all of them. Whatever, I didn't know how to properly use that anyway. Actually... oh, I can't get anyone's stats yet. Okay then. I guess I should probably pay my visit to Spider Shin. Now that I have, well, Auntie Chung's approval. Now that I work for her. Or not, who knows. Despite the wind and rain pelting Hyoi, the proprietor of the store, a monk, judging by their outfit, is unconcerned. The monk's expression is indifferent, though hardly placid or serene. Muscles show his tightly wound, wound metal bands beneath his skin ready to snap in any direction without warning. What's more, the monk's robes are anything but ordinary. Certainly silk makes up the base of the outfit, but it's paired with high-impact ballistic armor, heavy-duty boots, and a bandolier of throwing knives. The table in front of you is arrayed with a wide variety of melee weapons, charms, jade pendants, and other mystical accoutrements. Beneath an awning in the rear are rows of pawn cages, each housing some variety of exotic reptile or insect. In turn, these are flanked by jars and boxes of Chinese herbs, incense powders, and inks. The monk spares you all the shortest of glances as you approach. I am Monk Xian, but most people in Hyoi call me Spider Xian. on account of the spiders back there. You're not local, not by a long shot. Yeah, what about it? Shen shrugs. Oh, Shen shrugs. I keep thinking Shen. And swings open a palm across the table in front of you. So you probably have more reason to buy something than my neighbors, and I'm here to sell, so that's good. Swords, knives, clubs, I sell it all. I make most of these, but if I can't, I got friends who can. If you need incense or salves for meditation, I make and sell those too. And if your joints ache, I can give you acupuncture. Shen places both palms on the table, leaning over it towards you with a wicked grin. So what can I show you? You're a monk and a weapons dealer? Shen slowly raises an eyebrow. I was folded. Yeah, where else would the ancient masters have gotten their legendary swords and spears? Down at the mall? I was at Wudong Mountain for 15 years before coming back to Hong Kong. I've been practicing SINless my entire life. That is how I learned the herbs as well as the forms. It just so happens I'm good in a forge too. That's why what you buy here is better than most other people's. What is SINless? Shen strikes a sudden pose. Body low, one fist against the hip while the other is extended in an open palm. The 5-element fist style. Water grows wood, which burns to become fire. Fire creates ashen earth, which condenses into metal, etc., etc. The form cycles of the 5 elements and opposing elements block each other. A water fist will break a wooden defense, but a water block will extinguish fire. Should one use a water interception on a metal fist, however, water will be smashed apart. Direct, simple, powerful, not so elegant as Baoqin or Bajian or Tai Chi, but much more powerful. Shen pulls the top away from a nearby lump. The object beneath the top is revealed as the door to an Ares City Master armored personal carrier. It's been carved inward by a massive amount of force, and in the dead center of the door is an indentation into which Shen's fist would fit perfectly. Power comes from focus, and focus comes from practice and meditation. SINless produces more power than most other forms of Kung Fu, and applies it in a highly focused way. So I become a weapons dealer out here. I was a runaway, a street orphan in the Aberdeen. One day an old man who called himself War offered to take me in. Let me make something out of myself as long as I worked hard. Nothing in this life is free, friend, not even Grandfather War's help, so I work for him now. Sounds like he was part of a triad. Shen's eyes roll at this. Obviously, you think I'm in Kimley's little haven for no reason. She and Grandfather War are on good terms. I don't get it. In a way, I pay a cut to her, and everybody's happy, even War, because I solve problems for him. Shen raises a balled fist, which suddenly bursts into a blue flame. After a moment, it jutters and goes out. Remember that if anyone gives you something for free, enjoy, you pay it back with money or blood, but you pay it back regardless. Why are your weapons special? Because I take greater care of them and I've studied the ancient texts. Anyone can make an excellent carbide steel blade, but I can make that carbide blade burst into flames. I can make it sing with joy in combat. Anyone can make steel, not anyone can awaken its soul. Can I see one of the blades you've awoken? Shen waves a hand at you dismissively. No, of course not. Swords like that have to be custom ordered. Only when someone cancels an order do I have one just laying around, and believe me, they get snatched up quick. I get the picture. Let's talk about something else. Okay, what do you want to know? You sell snakes and spiders too? Shin shakes a finger at you, eyes narrowed. No, they're mine. I can sell you the things I craft with my hands, or the things I can do, but the medicines and poisons I make are my secret. You want those? You apprentice to me. In 5 years, maybe I can show you how to make a poultice, see? They're that secret? Of course they are secret. These are what set me apart from the rest of the street dealers in Huey. You want creme or bliss, and you too big to try it upon can make that for you. But I can realign your chi, set your yin and yang in balance, set somebody else's out of balance with a few drops. To master my skills, you need to learn for years. It's not just following a formula. You want to learn, you need patience. You try to learn without patience. All you do, ape. The masters. Shin snaps 2 fingers and points at the cages. You have to understand them to truly learn my art. Otherwise, you'll never become a master. Might as well get a skills off. Let me take a look at your wares. I'm not a chi caster, so no thanks. Throwing knife. Oh hey, it's a kunai. What's this? These robes. Sell items, equipment. Go back. This one does slightly more damage. So I guess I'll sell my machete. And I'll buy the katana. Confirm. I don't know what the street monk outfit is. Okay, so these are the techniques, but I'm not a physical adept. So, nah. Because Kronos, my character, is going to be specializing in sword and guns. That's it. That's all for now. Actually, is there anything I can do to custom? No, I can't. Okay. Neat. I got a katana now. That's cool. I guess I could just go to that clinic. Maybe I can do something. I can actually get some stuff out of it. Who knows? Now that I am properly affiliated with Kindy Chung. I don't know if that's going to make any difference, but I can try. You again? I thought I told you to fuck off. Kinley will vouch for me. Yeah, and you just idle your engine there for a minute? Yeah, you just idle your engine there for a minute, and I'll check on that. There's a long silence in the intercom. The door gives several heavy metallic clicks. There's a dull rumble, like heavy bolts sliding back. A green light flashes on the terminal. The door appears to be unlocked. You can enter the clinic. Sweet. And I shall enter. 10 armored ambers. The clinic looks like it just hosted a party. Spindly mechanical arms swing from unobtrusive wall mounts, pulling down crepe paper ribbons and snooping food platters and empty beer bottles into biohazard bags. A severely crippled Caucasian man sits in a wheelchair amidst the maelstrom of mess and robotics. He is in his 40s, thick beard, tungsten earrings, beer belly. one samurai. Both his legs are missing, one at the hip, the other at the knee. He has only one arm, and only 3 fingers remain on his surviving hand. His face and arm show scars of reconstructive surgery. He grins widely at you, regarding you with bloodshot eyes. He's clearly hungover. 10 armed Ambrose. Oi, Ambrose! He shouts cheerily in English, his words piling together in a loose Midwestern accent. They used to call me 10 Arms. Welcome to Hong Kong. Welcome to the Kong. Fellow Ucassian. He chuckles, his chest shaking with mirth. A wilder arm springs to life and swings over to him. Its menacing metal pincer momentarily sets a cigarette between his lips, just long enough for him to inhale from it. Jimmy says you're alright. What can I do for you? You a doctor? Sure I am. I'm a rigger doctor, a rocker. Ambrose bursts into laughter, then stops and clutches his head. Oh man, I can't laugh hard today. Too much partying last night. It hurts. I'm not board certified, but don't worry, I should be. I'm full-on skilled. My work's load is guaranteed and precisely in accordance with the World Medical Association standards. Everybody here comes to me because I'm the only option. Ambrose chuckles delightedly. Wait, how did a rigger end up operating a clinic? How do you think? I mean, it's not much to look at, but I'm called 10 arms because I can run 10 armatures at once. Ambrose giggles, jiggling in his wheelchair. My question is, why don't you have more surgeons to do it this way? I was asking how you got your medical training. I have a colorful history, let's leave it at that. What do you do here? What I do? Tune-ups and engine rebuilds on your ass. Wait, what do I do? Tune-up and engine rebuilds on your ass. I do it all. First aid, second aid, surgery, cybernetics, obstetrics, euthanasia. I'm your one-stop shop for the health and beauty. Well, maybe not beauty. Can you install me with combat wear? You know it. Got the coin and the essence. I'll trick you out like a bulldozer with ground effects and a turret. I got it all. Bionic limbs, wide reflexes, deco-wear, blood filters, static muscle, bone lacing, grease bearings, ground effects, tight bolts. The full range of Chrome's alley service is something we'd like to keep beneath the HKBF's radar. Ambrose winks. What sort of mechanical services do you offer? Oh, nothing you'd be interested in. Right now I'm mostly doing engine mechanics and electrician stuff. I send the Maximum-in-law and reliable Matthew any work they can handle. It's really just a hobby and service to the community. I made my nut with the clinic. He looks fondly over at the massive, partially assembled V8 engine occupying part of the operating theater. That baby's going to be a goddess when I'm done with her. Let's talk about something else. Show me your services. Sure thing, tune up or spare parts. Cyberware. Cause I got the body for that. Requires for riggers, deckers, nah. I don't need that cause I'm not a rigger. Requires that. I already got Cyberware Affinity. I just don't have the money, unfortunately. Maybe I could try and sell the drug I got. But anyway, okay, so this is the hand razors, use got the skills for I already got a melee weapon, so I don't need those. So that helps, narrow down what I want. +1 throwing weapons. Nah. Satyr corrupt skill is simple skill where skull wire sorry. Steel wire systems projectile weapons. Shawase bone lacing plastic. Shawase bone should use a skeletal system. +1 body. Nice. I did a jack. I know I got 6 essence, so as technology like basic. Passive +6 HP. Man, there's a lot of good shit. Ares, dermoplating, passive 1 armor, passive HP. And a lot of this is good, but I need actual money for this. Show me services, medical supplies. I'm gonna need all of this. Well, actually, I need a few of these. I'll keep it on me. So this, an illegal street drug. Firm. Services, medical supplies. I wanna sell some shit. I don't want this. Alright. Goodbye, time for me to go. Cheers, Steel Samurai. Talk to you later. Oh, what's this? I'm in the lobby. The electro furnace room has been built out as a medical clinic and a machine shop. The air is alive with the rumble of furnaces and the hum of cooling fans. It is sweltering. The front area is more like a homey coffee house and a clinic lobby. Comfortable, old furniture, used digipads, coloring books. The wall opposite of the boilers is cluttered with a mixture of photos and prints. Local artists' works, images of military vehicles, off-road racing, Rube Goldenberg machines, personal photos, old-time Chicago gangsters, the Desert Horse motorized combat division, and surround the clinic space. The work area looks more like a machine shop than a medical theater. A roboticized operating table and an hydraulic lift supporting a partly assembled V8 engine occupy places of equal importance against the north and south walls. Prosthetic limbs are racked overhead like machine parts. A heavy lift hoist is clamped to an I-beam. An impressive home-built computer sits against the far wall. Several bulkier towers sit under the desk. Fans whirring. Looks more like a Sitzman Decker's service station than a doctor's terminal. The floors are scuffed. Concrete stained with grease and old blood. The faint odors of ammonia, gasoline, and antiseptic mingle in the air. A large sign on the back wall says, "Sanitary space, no spitting. Inspect personal photos." The pictures are mostly of Hioi residents, holidays, and parties. 10-armed Ambrose is in many of them. The vast scope of photos suggests that Ambrose must have been acquainted with almost everyone in Hioi. Alright. Well, I unfortunately can't get any cyberware modifications, so I'm just gonna have to earn more money, I guess. I just have to earn more cash. Wait, I think I'm going the wrong way. Am I going the wrong way? No, I'm not. I'll go here. Yep. That must be the engine room. Reactor. It's oppressively hot down here, and the air is full of synthetic odors that grab you by the sinuses and refuse to let go. You can smell the engine grease and melting plastic, ionized air, and lead solder. A quick scan of the room tells you why. The downstairs tenant has converted the space into a machine shop. Metal fabrication tools and Duraplast extruders line the walls, and a pair of heavy industrial manipulators hang from the ceiling. A man in a black trench coat stands with his back to you, staring at a monitor mounted above a sturdy workbench. He addresses you without turning. "Ah, I was wondering when I meet the new neighbor." His voice sounds pleasant, cultured. There's a hint of Russian accent there. Oh, wait, I should have done it in a Russian accent. "Ah, I was wondering where I'd meet the new neighbor." It's buried under the layers of nuance. "Please stay where you are. I'll be with you in just a moment. And unless you fancy an unplanned trip to Chrome Alley, don't touch anything. There are a matter of tools in here that could take your hand clean off." "Take your time. I won't touch anything." "Ah, you're very kind. Thank you." Examine the robotic arms mounted to the ceiling. You focus on the enormous manipulator arms that you saw earlier. They're bulky, industrial things, indented from the years of heavy use. Each arm has been fitted with at least a dozen different welders, soldering guns, extruders, and metal fabrication tools. You've seen machinery like this in factories before, but they look terribly out of place in the Bolton's cramped engine room. "Very good. Yes, that's copying on along nicely. Very nicely indeed." He turns to you, smiling, and for the first time you can see his face. He has a broadly handsome Slavic features and a chiseled jaw. His eyes are like flecks of ice. "So sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Steel Samurai. It's no problem. Don't worry about it." "You're too kind. Now tell me, what can I do for..." His voice trails off as flash of motion catches his eye. With alarming speed, the sinister-looking drone scuttles out from under the work table. Its movements are surprisingly agile and fluid. The machine rears back menacingly, spread its forelegs in a clear sign of aggression. The man smiles, tits, and his tone goes apologetic. "Please, do not mind the drone. It can be territorial. But as long as you remain civil, you will not bite." He extends a hand. Simultaneously, the drone relaxes into a neutral position, lowering its killing legs. "Doctor, my medical counterpart here is called Koshi." Slap him five. "Sup, man?" "Nah." He shakes. "Yeah, Kronos would be respectful. He has that samurai discipline." So he will shake his hand. "A pleasure." His hand is rough and abnormally warm to the touch. He shakes your hand with a solid grip. "I am very pleased to meet you, my friend. In a community such as yours, it's important to me to be on good terms with one's neighbors." "Agreed. Speaking of which, I'd like to ask you some questions if you have the time." He glances at the bracer on his forearm. A technical display winks to life, then cuts out. "Very well. This morning's casting should be cooling for a few minutes yet. That's enough time to talk." When you said the morning's casting, what did you mean?" "Exactly what I said. A casting that I made for the new locomotive assembly for Koshi." He gestures at the displays above the work table. "A biomimetic design. As you can see, this one is inspired by the walking legs of a decapod crustacean, the mangrove crab, to be specific." "That's fascinating. And will this new leg assembly make your drone more effective?" "That remains to be seen. But there is more to life than combat effectiveness, is there not? By fabricating new components for Koshi, I unlock options, different ways of being even the failures, and then there have been many. I have values in this context. Wouldn't it be simpler to design the parts here and outsource the fabrication? Simpler, yes, but not better. Here I have ultimate control over the entire process from start to finish, and I have the skills to make good use of the control. Drone architecture was once my profession, you see. Now that I have freed myself from the shackles of corporate servitude, I see little reason to rely on outsiders for much of anything. Toshi is an interesting name for the drone. Yes, I suppose that it is. Not many riggers would name their most prized possession after a villain from a fairy tale. A nod to my heritage, I suppose. What was the fairy tale about? A thoroughly unpleasant person, Koshei the Deathless, he was called, and for good reason. His soul was cleverly hidden outside of his body, and he could not be killed so long as it remained intact. Koshei was a villain, a notorious kidnapper of women, but something about him always stuck with me. I suppose that was the notion of immortality through cleverness that resonated. There was something to be learned from that, I was sure, and so when I came time to my name, my beloved creation was the name that came to mind. And your drone Deathless is like its namesake? Edamara speaking, I suppose that he is. I have the redundant copies of every piece of his architecture, and his programming is stored on disk in a secret location. Should he ever suffer critical damage, I can easily bring him back. I had a plan once to automate the self-repair process. I must confess, it was really quite ingenious, but alas, my research was lost. One day I will claim it, and Koshi will become as deathless as the stones clear, but it will not be today. We got some interesting machinery in here, not the kind that you typically see outside the corporate settings. He smiles. The same could be said of many in Hoi. I'm sure that this is a smart listing, is it not? Our entire economy is based on people having things they shouldn't. Is there a particular device that interests you out of curiosity? Robotic arms that you got over there. They look like something taken from an automotive assembly plant. His smile flashes brilliantly in the light. Good guess. That's precisely what they are. They fell off a boat, you might say. They weren't cheap. I acquired them and had them mounted to the walls of my shop. I simply had to have them. The return on my investment has been dramatic, yes. They're cruder by far than the Waldo devices that I used in my professional life, but they still do the job, and they are mine. He gazes lovingly at the industrial arm, still smiling. They have increased my fabrication capabilities nearly tenfold, and that, to me, is worth any price. Are you Russian? I thought I heard a hint of an accent there. He nods. You have a good ear. I'm impressed, yes. I grew up in Nizhny Novgorod. At the school there, started my career there in the industrial sector, a fairly common story, I'm sure. But I've also traveled a great deal in so doing, I have absorbed a number of other languages and dialects. If you were born and raised in Russia, what brings you to Hong Kong now? The same thing that attracts the many to the free enterprise zone. Opportunity. You yourself are a recent transplant, are you not? Your Cantonese is heavily accented in the style of many UCA expats. That isn't criticism, mind you, it's just a statement of fact. Yeah, I grew up in the streets of Redmond Barrens. Every year, and if that place is a good one. Here's my condolences. I've heard of the burdens and the gangs that rule the streets there. I'm afraid that our own walled city might have you beat in terms of gang activities and overcrowding, but that isn't a competition. Both environments are deplorable, especially as stomping grounds for a young child. Keeping on the machine running can't be cheap. How can you afford it? Freelance. At the risk of sounding immodest, I've commodified myself rather well. There are always corporations in need of design consultations. You'd be surprised how lucrative such work can be, and there is always other work I can turn to in a pinch. You say they used to work for a corp. Whose payroll are you on? He sighs. That is something of a sore subject. My departure was involuntary. You see, I did not part ways with my lawyer out of the best of terms. I will tell you that I worked for Grecian Aviaco, but you'll forgive me if I don't want to go into detail. You said you did other work besides consulting. Can you tell me what kind? Pauses. For a moment, something flashes in his eye. Koshi lowers his body into a crunch. A rather personal question, wouldn't you say? Sorry, didn't mean to pry. No, it's all right. After all, that was my throwaway comment that led you down this path. I cannot fault you for following it. Truth be told, I don't feel especially comfortable at this time my side of work with relative strangers. Suffice to say that my freelance activities often fall on the illicit end of the spectrum. It's okay. I'll drop the subject, and we can come back to it later. Perhaps. He glances at the display on his bracer again. Now, would there be anything else? You're a Shadowrun, aren't you? Use your Shadowrun. I dislike the term, but yes, I've run shadows. What gave me away? You're drawn. People on the up and up don't build murder bots for fun. He shakes his head silently, a sad look on his face. Such a reductive assessment, I assure you. You're silly, my little part. Quite short. Koshi is combat capable, very much so, but that is far from his own purpose. Koshi shut his sword, its glowing eyes low to the ground. Light glints off the metal of its armored chassis. Raptor runs a hand over the drone's skinny legs, caressing the sculpted metal with his fingertips. That being said, I cannot deny that Koshi's aptitude for butchery is important to my work. Should you ever get the opportunity to see him in action, you will understand why. Seems like everybody on this boat runs to the shadows. Why not pool our resources and work together? He purses his lips, considering. A compelling offer. I'm doing quite well on my own, but I must admit there are certain jobs for which I am unsuited. Magic eludes me, and I'm not a decker. Each strength comes from material objects in the real world, solid things with master and heft, things that can build and operate. Sadly, many clients, a great many clients are only interested in teams that display mastery over the intangible. Disciples, do you have people who can cover those bases? If so, perhaps we can help each other out. How can you not already know that? You live the night beneath our feet. Have you ever rented a coffin apartment in a big city? Did you know all your nameless by name? My situation here is much the same. I keep to myself and your friends don't come down to the engine room. The only real connection we share is that we all live in a wreck by King Chung's largesse. Obviously, there are many things I could intuit about your friends from my time here. I guess that they were Shadowrunners, but their behavior fits the profile, but we haven't had any real contact with one another until now, so I'll be asking again, does your team make up make up cover at the bases I described. Yeah, we have a shaman and a decker, both competent at their jobs. In that case, I will accept your offer on a provisional basis. We'll do a few runs together and see how we get on. If our association bears fruit, it will continue. If not, I bid you my farewell and go back to working alone. How does it sound? Welcome aboard. Very good. Excellent. When you receive a job, you know where to find me. My skills and resources are at your disposal. With that, I'm afraid I must bid you a good day. I still have work to do down here. This leg assembly won't clean itself. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you. And I with you. Nice. A nice new companion. He's a rigger. Movement speed, move 7,000. I think I go movement speed. Confirmed. Yeah. Nice. Can't wait to use this guy. Guess I'll speak with my team. Hello. Wolf's cabin appears to be the only clean spot on the Bolto. His equipment is neatly laid out on his bedding, grouped by type, arranged just so. He's currently in the process of cleaning his weapon with meticulous care. Well, that's that, I guess. We're runners now. Something on your mind, Gun Show? Who holds up a paw? Just don't. When we're alone, it's either Woo Duncan or Duncan Gun Show doesn't live here. Woo looks down at the barrel of his gun, brushes off some dirt. And yeah, there's plenty on my mind. That's why I'm doing equipment maintenance. This discipline of it helps me focus, process. What about you? You look like you want to talk about something. Want to talk about Raymond? Okay, shoot. What do you think's going on with him? I don't know, Kronos. He was clearly obsessed with the walled city and whatever prosperity it is. Whatever prosperity is. He sounds like a sleepwalker trying to stop his way through a dream or something. A sleepwalker who hires Shadowrunners. Well, whatever he was doing, he knew it would be dangerous. Raymond was smart. Smart as hell. If he thought he needed Shadowrunners to take him into that place, he needed them. Did he say anything about me after I left? You know Raymond, Kronos. He taught us that when he wanted to teach us. He told us that he wanted us to know. Everything else was met with a wall of good-natured silence. He used to say, "You're the master of unspoken word, Mr. Wu. Once it is out of your mouth, it is out of your control." So no, after you left, he never said a word about you. Not a word. Why do you think he came to Hong Kong? Well, he's from here, right? Sounds like he had unfinished business that he needed to take care of before. You think he's dying? I don't know. Yeah, me neither. It's just something to think about. Well, let's talk about being Shadowrunners. What's there to say? I worked my ass off to pull myself out of the gutter and make something out of my life. I did what it took to earn my bronze. And now I'm a mercenary hiding in the shadows of a foreign country doing dirty jobs that the courts need to keep off the books. It's the reverse of everything I ever wanted. You seem to be taking to it pretty damn well, so let me ask you something. You said you thought that Raymond was alive too, that we'd run in the shadows until we could figure out what happened to him. Was that true? Yes, for me. This is all about finding what really happened to Raymond. Who nods, clearly satisfied. Whether we're on the same page, I feel better knowing that. What's your opinion on Kenley Chung? I say she's got us right where she wants us, and under her thumb. What do you want to talk about specifically? What do you think she wants from us? As long as our network keeps delivering information about Raymond, I don't care. At least for now. We need to stay with her. We have no other connections in Hong Kong. Without her, we're dead in the water. You think we can trust her? Is a tried boss and an underground fixer? No, I don't think we can trust her. But as long as we all share the same goals, we should be okay. Makes sense as long as we serve her interests. She doesn't have a reason to screw us over. Exactly, it's simple. She provides jobs, we do jobs, she gets info about Raymond and the plastic-faced man, and we figure out what the hell is going on. We figure out what's going on and she doesn't end up in the trunk of a car at the bottom of the river. Everybody wins. What about the plastic-faced man? Creepy dudes are nothing new to me. Even well-dressed creepy corporate dudes between the gangers we grew up with and the shit I've run into as a cop, I've seen all kinds. Just want to know who he is and who he works for. We should keep an eye on the ball. We should keep an eye on everybody. That guy's definitely no exception. I've seen plenty of cold killers in the Barrens and plenty more since I've joined the Lone Star. This guy's on the real deal. I'm not sure if he knows what word remorse even means. You should steer clear and I'll be careful. I can see that. Let's talk about Gobert and Isabel. They seem competent, saying how young they are, but then again, they sound like they've been taking care of themselves since they were pretty young. The three of us work together, well, in the walled city. Based on that, I bet 4 of us would make a solid crew. Do you trust them? As far as trusting a runner, yeah, it's like Raymond used to say, trust and verify. They haven't given me a reason to not trust him, so until they do, I'll believe what they say and keep my eyes open. I can't get that dream that I had out of my head. You said you had one too, right? Yeah, it sounded like a nasty one. I don't remember much about mine. I was pretty creeped out about our run into the wall city. Between that and all the drama, I'd be surprised if I didn't have a nightmare. Was the walled city in your dream? Of course the walled city wasn't my dream. It was a nightmare, wasn't it? It gives you a lopsided dream. Was it your dream too? Sure looked like it. I'm not sure. I'm surprised. The walled city is more than just another slum and a sprawl. Hell, it is a sprawl. Of course, we dreamed about it. The feeling I had there has stayed with me. It felt thick, heavy, and I got this overwhelming feeling of, I don't know, wretchedness, I guess. What do you remember about yours? Just little snatches of things. He puts his hands on his hips and concentrates. The walled city was breathing and it had bad teeth everywhere, and there was a tunnel that was bright that I had to shut my eyes, and Raymond was there. He was either kneeling or lying down, I can't remember which, but he was crying. That's what made me wake up, the sound of my father crying. Did it feel any different from any other nightmares you've had? He takes his time, thinks about his answer a bit more before he responds. You know how sometimes you'll be mad at a friend in a dream, and then wake up still mad at him? You treat him like you did something wrong when you see him? It kind of feels like that to me. Like you dreamed I was swimming towards a bright light, and when I woke up, I was out of breath from the effort. Let's talk later. It was good. I want to do some cardio, work up some steam, then it's rack time for me. You should do the same, Kronos. Like a lot of push-ups will do you good. Please, I could bust out 200 in my sleep. He raises an eyebrow. I'd like to see that sometime, but for now, you should clear out. I want to get started. This cavern isn't big enough for 2. I mean, he has that 4 strength, and I can boost that higher with more karma points. Anyway, hello, Isabel. Isabel's cabin is an exercise in controlled chaos. Her living space is utterly dominated by an enormous jury-rigged computer. Serpentine cabbies sneak from component to component, tying dozens of obsolete terminals and cyberdisks together into a single colossal machine. This is my personal machine. If you're looking for your mission computer, it's downstairs. She doesn't bother looking up. You can see that she's elbow deep in the guts of an obsolete cyberdeck. One of a half dozen that has been wired into a computer with braided cables. Actually, I was hoping to talk to you. Got a second? There's a long pause, then she chirps out a response. We're talking now, aren't we? Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Can I ask you a few questions? She leans in, scrutinizing the innards of the obsolete deck. Go ahead. Not stopping you. You been having any weird dreams lately? The body goes still. Yeah, I think everyone has. You want to tell me what your dream was about? Not particularly. I don't remember much anyway. I'm good at forgetting things related to that place. Slowly, she begins rummaging through the guts of the obsolete cyberdeck again. I'm not interested in talking about my dreams, Steel Samurai. I just want to work on my computer in peace. It's for the machine you're working on. Can you tell me about it? She's my pet project. I call her the octopus. She waves a hand at the tangle of thick power cables that radiate from the machine's central core. You might be able to guess why. Impressive work. How well does it perform? She's a monster. She yanks a fried chip from the deck's motherboard and neatly sets it aside, then fumbles in a nearby bin for a replacement. An absolute beast. What is this thing made of? Whatever I could find, busted terminals, obsolete cyberdecks, aftermarket memory from Maximum Law's dumpster. Scavengers would kill for the stuff in the walled city, but out here, people throw it away. She chuckles to herself as she eases a cart into an empty expansion slot. Most deckers are early adopters. They buy whatever's newest, shell out huge amounts of new yen in hopes of riding the bleeding edge. Stupid. Why? Because I have 5 of the last year's models for a quarter of the price of that whiz-new cyberdeck. And after I finish daisy cleaning, chaining them together, the machine that I built will run circles around your hot new deck. Yeah, makes sense to me. Good. That's a good sign. Shows that you're thinking clearly. She yanks a stick of memory from the old deck. So, is there something else you needed? Like a portable gear, cyberdeck, software, that kind of thing. Gets the job done. I'm not at the top of the line, but I'm comfortable using it in the field. Should have to come across any more advanced hardware or software, either on the job or at a discount rack at Law's Techno Palace. I'm not above taking donations, but barring that, I'm fine with using what I've got. Your call. Can we talk about the ambush at Victoria Harbor? I'd rather not. I lost friends there. Sorry, didn't mean to pry. You don't have to apologize, just change the subject. I'd like to know you a little bit better. Tell me something about yourself. Something? She paused for a moment. Okay, I don't like small talk. Does that count? Oh, come on. You have to give me more than that. No, I don't. It's nothing personal, but I'm interested in talking about myself. I just don't think that I'm a very interesting person. You don't like talking about things other than your computer very much, do you? There's a long pause before she responds. When she does, she sounds vaguely hurt. For her not to. Nothing personal, it's just the way that I am. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want to know who I'm running with, don't you? Yes, you're still a mystery to me. There's a long pause. I don't like mysteries, but I do enjoy solving them. She turns, gives you her full attention. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask you a question, something personal. After you give me the answer, you have to ask me something. Think of it like it's a game of questions. We take turns until one of us wants to quit. Deal? Deal. Go first. Ask away. She studies your face. Well, let's start it easy. Tell me what you really think about Duncan. I love and respect the man. He's family. She cocks her head inquisitively. I've heard how you abandoned him back in Seattle. If that's love, you have a funny way of showing it. Well, you've answered my question. Guess it makes it your turn. You grew up in the walled city, right? Tell me about that. She fidgets. I'd rather not talk about it. Ask me something else. Why not? I'll tell you about life in Redmond if you want. I need to hear about Barons. Just ask me something else, otherwise we're done here. I answered your question, I want you to answer it. Abruptly she turns away. I'm done with this game, please. Leave, I got work. Oh. Wow, she didn't even... Wow. She already opted out of her game. Wow. You did not last long at all, I must admit. I forgot to go in here, because that's where Gobet is. Hello. Gobet's nest is pretty much what you expect. Piles of clothes on the ground and overflowing garbage bins surrounded by stacks of instant noodle packets and towers of tin oysters. Avant-garde posters haphazardly thumbed back to the walls, overlapping in some places and peeling in others. It feels like there's a lot like an art school dorm room. Gilbert reclines in a corner, cradling a bowl of soup in her hands. At her feet, a cast iron pot simmers away on an electric hot plate. The contents are typical Hong Kong comfort food: a chicken-style soya broth, elbow macaroni, tinned ham, and a heaping scoop of egg-flavored mycoprotein. As you wind your way through the piles of dirty laundry, Gobet slowly lifts her head from her bowl to acknowledge you. Hey, Seattle. She chews on the words along with a mouthful of cheap pasta. A corner of her mouth curls up into a half smile. How's tricks? Things have been better, things have been worse. That's the attitude. Very stoic, very strong. It's downright inspiring. She skims an oily slab of faux han off the top of her soup and pops it into her mouth. Now, you want to tell me what you're doing in my bedroom? I'm assuming you're not here to admire the view. How did you decide on the name Gobet anyway? I didn't. She pops a noodle into her mouth and chews. My mom did. You are using a street name? Isn't that dangerous for a Shadowrunner? Nah, not really. I'm SINless. There's no electronic record of a girl named Gilbert even existing. The only thing that could have really threatened me would be, or say, the HKP of attaching an HPB to whatever file they have to do on me. That would be terrifying. Yes, sorry about that. She shrugs. It is what it is. Have you had any nightmares recently? Like bad ones? Her jaw drops, working mid-chew. She slowly nods. Yeah, I have. We all have. Everyone in town. Me too. And Isabel, we just had the same nightmare. Wait, did I know that? I don't think I did, but I guess it must have thought that I must have asked all the questions, but okay. Let me guess, you two saw the walled city and black whirlpool and teeth. Thousands of teeth. She holds up a hand. You don't need to answer, I already know that. I'm right because I just had the same dream. Creepy, I know. Her voice goes quiet. Dreams? Dreams are coming from the inside of the walled city, I'm sure of it. All of this negative energy pent up there, all of that pain and anger and poisonous chi is leaking out. And while we sleep, it's getting into us. You think this is a magical phenomenon then? Yeah, I think it is. Well, my personal opinion, the walled city is cursed. Deep down, I think everybody knows it. We live in its shadow. That's bound to mess with your head, you know, and it is. But they're just dreams, so they can hunt us, right? Well, I'm glad one of us isn't terrified by this. She tries to put on a smile. Fails. Does her best to laugh it off. Don't worry, Seattle. We're fine here. But, let's talk about something else, huh? Don't like thinking about the walled city too much. Very much. Too many old fears and bad feelings. We're off talking about it. I wanted to go over the ambush back at the docks with you. Yeah. She nods slowly, frowning. I figured that you would. That was a hell of a thing, right? Yeah, you could say that. It was fucking awful. Nightjar and Gunshot were two of the strongest men I've ever known. Quality Shadowrunners, both of them. I watched those fight through situations that kill anyone and come up on top. And how do they get me out? And how do they go out? Sorry. She mimes holding her rifle and makes a show of peering down the scope. Bang bang, dead dead. No blaze of glory, no final speech, just extinguish. Smash like blood. Bugs. We would have gone the same way if you hadn't gotten us out of there. She absentmindedly raises her bowl to her shoulder. A rat crawls over the slope of her back and lowers its head to lap at the broth. It was more rat than me. She's the one who grabbed me by the gut and led us to that sewer entrance. All I did was follow. I'd like to learn more about Rat. What kind of totem is she? She slips thoughtfully at her soup. A clever one. She's gotten me out of more trouble than I care to mention. Gotten me into a fair amount of it, too. But I can always count on her to leave me out of the hot water when I needed her. I can feel it in my belly, you know. A tugging sensation. I've long since learned how to follow it. I wasn't aware that totems took on such a direct control of the shamans. Usually to do me and Rat, we have a sort of special bond. She takes care of me, and I've always done my best to take care of her. Another pair of beady eyes blink up at you from Gobbet's hip. A set of rats scurries up her shoulder to join the first. And to pamper her earthly children, unlike these two, meet Madness and Felly. Interesting choice of names. I like the way they sound. Madness and Folly has a nice ring to it, right? She brushes her fingers across the white rat's mottled coat. My girls remind me not to take myself too seriously. I only trust Folly, though. She bites. How did you come across Madness and Folly? She raises an eyebrow. I looked outside. I mean, they're rats. Hong Kong isn't experiencing a rodent shortage or anything. So you just picked them off the street? Yeah, think of them as rescue vermin. You could probably do the same if you wanted to. It's easy, just walk to any alleyway in Kowloon after sundown and stick your hand in the first dumpster or storm drain that you come across. Keep fishing around until you touch fur. Sounds like a really bad idea. Yeah, in retrospect, it might have been. She continues to brush Foley's coat. The creature chirps happily at her touch. Odds are, by 50-50 that you get your hand chewed off, I'll probably feel bad about it. Do you always let your rats drink out of your bowl? She shrugs. Sure, why not? We're all part of the same nest. Is that hygienic? Probably not, but I've never gotten sick, so she raises an eyebrow, scoops a new out of the bowl, and pops it into her mouth with a satisfied smile. You seem pretty confident with all this. Been running in the shadows for a while? She dips her chin. A long time. Started when I was just a kid. It's amazing you lived this long. She rolls her shoulders, shrugs. Been lucky, I guess. The odds of you surviving as long as I have are pretty low. You don't even have anyone to show you the ropes. You're pretty new at this. You and Duncan both. It shows. She takes a moment to study you, slowly. Her mouth tilts into a smirk. What you need is a wizened mentor. An experienced Shadowrunner from whose experience you can benefit. I'm thinking that it might as well be me. Sure, why not? I could use the advice, and I don't see Isobel volunteering for the job anytime soon. You're in? Good. Starting the next time you visit, I'm gonna teach you about being a Shadowrunner. She stifles a yawn. You're gonna benefit from my bountiful experience. Wait and see. I'll be looking forward to it. Galbet stretches, stifles a yawn. Her rats scurry from her shoulders down to her hips. She taps the simmering pot on the floor with her boot. The soup inside is reduced down to a thick, viscous gravy. You know, Seattle, it's been a nice chat and all, but it's getting late and I still have the rest of a hot pot to power through. So without wanting this to get awkward, she glances to the door. Say no more. I'll get out of here. Take it easy, Gobet. Yeah, you too. Alright, going well with Gobet. Not so well with Isobel. Well then. Just at the computer. Your workstation and mission computer. The blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. A blinking message on the upper right corner notifies you that you have 6 unread messages. I'll check my inbox for new messages. You have 6 unread messages. Welcome to Hyoi. From Kinley Chung to Steel Samurai. Subject, welcome to Hyoi. Steel Samurai. On behalf of your friends at the Hyoi Chamber of Commerce and Swift Wind's Mahjong Parlor, I welcome you to the community house, to the community of Hyoi, and to our new business venture. I have already lined up 3 jobs for you, and the details are contained in each separate computer message. Remember to check your messages often, as I will update you on your opportunities as they occur. RDC. Resources. From Bao Jianjun. Resources. I have been instructed to inform you of various suppliers present at Hyoi. Auntie Chang has cultivated a commercial district of well-stocked and trustworthy vendors. Whoever you choose to do business with, you will be in good hands. Yes, I can tell. Ermine Ka-Fi at Club 88 is an excellent resource for acquiring additional weapons should you require any. If you need any medical supplies, go to the Parlor of 5 Faces. If you desire training in the path of the adept, seek out Spider Shen. Shen. I keep saying Shen. She can help you. Wait, Shen's a girl? Okay then. I thought Shen was a guy. Oh well, she can help you, as well as supply you with any close quarters weapons you might desire. Yeah, I know, I already got a sword from them. Her. Chromalia can supply you with cybernetic enhancements and medical supplies. The proprietor, 10 Armed Ambrose, is a cyber-surgeon of some repute. Lost Techno Palace is a one supplier of local decking community. The place is hard to miss. Look for a sign glowing in the sky. If you need any drones, the rival Matthews Robot Bazaar is your best bet, and I pity you. Best of luck at the shadows, as fresh meat, you are likely to need it. Showing the bow. Your mission computer. From Isabel to Steel Samurai, your mission computer. Hey, Steel Samurai, I've set up a mission computer to automatically collect and collate news reports, information, and media that might be of interest to you. Some of the keywords I've got: trolling for things for things are like Raymond, Duncan, Walled City, etc., etc. I also patched in a permanent link up to the Hong Kong Shard of the Shadowlands BBS. It's a great place to connect with other runners. Some paid data, get news on the street, and so on. Now be sure about taking a look. Serial killer. Forget the Chung. Serial killer. I've got a problem, Steel Samurai. You're going to help me solve it. I do a lot of business with the Wampoans. If you are not familiar with the term, I'll forgive you. You are an outsider after all. I don't know what they are. Wampoans are a tribe of techno fetishists and deckers who have taken up residence in the Whampoa Garden area of Hong Kong. They make and trade high-tech goods to people from all over the world. A lot of new yen passes through their pasty little fingers, and I make a lot of money brokering deals between them and the smugglers here in Hyoi. I've had a stack, though. The Po and elders, their council of leaders, have been eliminated by a serial killer. They've asked me to dispatch someone to get to the bottom of it and stop the killings, and they're not taking their goods through my turf until I do. So you're going to be my proxy, dear. I don't care how you do it, but I need those murders stopped. The opponents have delegate here and cured by the name of Maximum Law. Speak with him if you wish to know about the Wampoa. He's got a big mouth, but he knows very little of importance. Don't expect much from a half-empty bottle of vinegar. You get your ass down to the Wampoa garden and talk to the elders. Lie, cheat, and steal if you have to, so long as they're convinced that there won't be any more murders. I want to cut back, and I want it soon. Back. Artifact liberation. Welcome to the Shadow Steel Samurai. I've received requests from an archaeologist named Mr. Drake. He's interested in liberating certain artifacts from beneath the manor house located in Tai Po. I've attached a copy of the video message that he sent me. The screen flickers a few times, and the email is replaced with the face of a stern-looking orc. Hello, ma'am. Hello, Madam Jane. I've heard that you're a woman who knows how to get things done, especially with regards to things that aren't legal in the strictest sense. That's exactly the kind of help I'm looking for. Recently, a rich investor by the name of Liu Hua decided to expand his manor house on the outskirts of Tai Po. Too much money, not enough space for fancy parties. He had signed with local government officials. However, they suspected the land his estate was built may have pre-modern archaeological artifacts buried beneath it, all of them dating back from the Song Dynasty. Consequently, I was contracted as an archaeologist to oversee the excavations and ensure everything was properly recorded and catalogued. Sure enough, there were only a few days into excavations when we discovered a series of tombs lying beneath the site. The scope of the tombs was far beyond anything Liu or I had expected. Several acres of catacombs, at least, and untouched relics throughout. What's more, they're certainly older than the Song Dynasty. They may be even from the previous cycle of magic. Before I could make my report to the Free Enterprise Zone authorities, however, Liu called it his allies in Tan Tien Incorporated. You sold the entire site to Tan Tien, who then leased it back to him. Because Tan Tien is considered to have extraterritoriality in Hong Kong. Local authorities were powerless to stop Liu from looting the tombs. He immediately began building a museum, if you can call it that, atop the site. He had the gall to call his museum the Emperor's Tomb. Can you believe that? The odds of there being an actual emperor buried there are basically nil, but he doesn't care. And he has to sell a few tickets. Liu has continued his excavations using Tan Tien contractors to expand the dig. What he didn't know is that I bugged his comment before he fired me. Based on what I've heard, something strange is going on in the lower levels. Workers have been disappearing, only to be found dead several days later. Whatever's down there is too dangerous to be left in Liu's hands. You must have found my data line tapped, though. I stopped receiving any information 3 days ago. The last thing I heard of him talking about a pair of ancient texts that workers had discovered, and he issued an order that further excavation should be halted until he can secure the subterranean areas. I'm betting that those texts are the cause of whatever's killing the workers. I've quite a bit of experience with these kinds of dangerous excavations, but an operation of this scale is beyond me. I need a team that's tough enough to get in and survive, aren't afraid of making a mess, and who can get out with the books and whatever they can carry. Beyond the 2 texts, I'm willing to pay very well for whatever artifacts your team can liberate. The more valuable, the better. Don't worry, they'll be going to actual museums, not to some playboy's mansion. I've got a second program in place that'll suppress Liu's security system. The team will have to be careful. There are only so many alarms it can suppress. Go beyond that number, I'll scrub the mission. I've included a catalog of likely items to help the team appraise the most valuable ones. They don't need to be subtle, in fact. I prefer to make it look like a common robbery. Tell them to smash it wherever they can. Tell them when you can find a suitable group of Shadowruns. There you have it. A nice, simple robbery. Do you think you can handle something basic, dear? Dear, I have faith in you. Let me know when you're ready to proceed. I'll contact Mr. Drake when you're on the way. I'll be back, because I just want to look through all the missions first before I want to decide. Geomantic Sabotage. Killichurn, Geomantic Sabotage. Geomancy is a big business in the free enterprise zone. Here in Hong Kong, feng shui isn't just the act of rearranging your kitchen to make things look pretty. The fortunes of the empires rise and fall with the ebb and flow of qi. And sometimes that flow needs a helping hand. Wu Xing Incorporated are the preeminent practitioners of large-scale qi manipulation here in the free enterprise zone. They've gone to great lengths to channel qi from all over Hong Kong into their headquarters, an enormous monstrosity that they call the Wu Xing Sky Tower. There is focus and transformed into good fortune through the building's geomantically attuned architecture and interior decoration. Our client believes that it is time for Wu Xing's good luck to run out. You are to infiltrate the Sky Tower and disrupt the flow of qi throughout the building, but you are to do so in two distinct fashions. First, you must disrupt the feng shui of the offices by subtly arranging the environment of that level. Consider minor adjustments of decks, spilled water, and other small activities that are unlikely to be noticed. Ordinarily, even the subtle disturbances of this nature will be noticed. This is why the client wishes you to make a much louder demonstration on the rooftop garden. The garden is to be ransacked, utterly destroyed, set fire to things, uproot trees, that kind of thing. Our client also specified that he would like you to destroy the large Buddha statue in the garden, smash the thing to bits, and leave them scattered across the rooftop. This level of destruction will keep the Wu Xing's geomancers busy long enough that the more subtle disruptions will take effect. In addition, it will send a kind of message our client would like Wu Xing to hear. I have utmost faith in your ability to cause destruction. The more disruption you can cause on both levels of the Sky Tower, the happier the client will be. As you're not a spellcaster yourself, it may be wise to bring Go-Bat along. She'll be able to see the most effective ways to disrupt the qi of the building. Okay. Access to Shadowrun BBS. Shadowrun connection established successfully. Linked SDR 100%. Spoofing equal 1. Group info no. Anon. Welcome to Shadowrun. Search BBS or relevant keywords. Missed connections. Rappelling down the side of an unknown luxury hotel in a ball gown on a Monday night. Me admiring the view from a 28th floor urinal during the private soiree of an unnamed corporation that was infiltrating. Our eyes met briefly before you dropped out of sight. Your long dark hair had come loose from your chignon, framing your beautiful flushed face I'll never forget. You were carrying a duffel bag bulging with stolen prototype weaponry while I flinched the intel that goes with it. Can we connect? Very funny, Blackjack. Sorry the job went sideways. I got trapped and had only one way out. Red Queen. Blackjack. You're supposed to have each other's back. Just wait until you hear the way out I had to take. We're gonna lay low for now. Why are we posting about this on a public message board? Terrorists in Hong Kong. Been hearing some buzz about some mainlander terrorists that showed up in Victoria Harbor at a shootout with the HCPF the other day. Anyone heard anything about that? Dongjiang, Warfront. Ming Paul said there were 4 of them that got away. 3 orcs and a dwarf. A troll, an elf, and a human were all killed on the scene. Word is that there's some kind of terrorist cell and they're here to strike at the Executive Council. H34V3N shot. Heaven shot. Okay. So there's a 50,000 new yen reward for any information leading to their capture. The HGPF seem pretty nervous about letting these bastards walk freely around the streets. You think they actually pay out to someone like us? Not a chance. Walking there, claiming reward, you're getting thrown in a hole with them. The HGPF doesn't keep promises to SINless. Freedom Cavalry. Good luck to try. Why do you have to be such a downer? Because I know the police, they're dirty. They're only in it to protect their paychecks. And they don't give a damn about anything else. Believe me, I'm just looking out for your best interests. Like you and your triad looked out for my brother? You know he's still paying for his reconstructive surgery, you bastard. If a man wants to keep his teeth, he should pay what he owes rather than pull a gun out on me. Simple as that. Poetry Slam. Ladies and gentlemen, poets and Shadowrunners, welcome to the first annual Shadowland Poetry Slam. There are no rules and there's no prizes except for bragging rights. Without further ado, let the versification begin. Matrix Bard. How long do you think we should keep going before the trolls show up? Or is this that Ben shuts us down? Or they shut us down? It's a free board. We can be poetic as we want to. Trust me, it happens. For some reason, these things always draw the line the worst sort of attention. You want to give us a poem, or are you just going to stand around complaining about why you can't? Alright, everyone, wait for it. Synth muscle, smart links, neuro boosters, cyber limbs, all fall to grenades. A little musing on the transience of life in the shadows. Very nice, sir. When the long shadows fall on Hong Kong, neon lights pierce the coming night. Tread with me the velvet blackness, let no lamp shine on our deeds. That one's entitled Our Hour. That might have been the most pompous thing I've ever heard. Try this on for size. Lasers are red, shadows are black, with man on the street, you best watch your back. My poem wasn't pompous, you uncultivated root. It was homage to Wang Wei, the famous Tang Dynasty master of the Jeju form of poetry. It's traditional, unlike that ridiculous limerick that you just posted. No, I don't think you have to take the word slam quite so literally. Hey, you people know the rules. Poetry slams have been out of bounds on this BBS since Laughing Man's debacle of 55. If you want to sling your fancy words, do it on a different form. I'm shutting this thread down. Don't you? Wall City. Got a career job next week that's supposed to take me to the Walled City and from Kuala Lumpur. And I've never been to Hong Kong, but I hear this place is dangerous as hell. Is there anything I should know? You got nothing to worry about. It's just a low-cost housing development full of hard-working people. Here, take a look at this news report. A short trade clip begins playing. This is Sunny Cho from Horizon News. On today's Sunny Side Up, the Kowloon Walled City, a blight on the free enterprise zone or low-cost housing for the economically disadvantaged, will introduce you to some hard-working residents and how they live and how they contribute to the growth and prosperity of our city. A montage sequence begins showcasing the destitute poor of the Walled City going about their daily lives. The shots have been carefully chosen, showing only smiling and productive residents. A stark contrast to your own experience is cited. Many residents of Hong Kong regard the Walled City as a place of no return. To outsiders, it's the last stop on a long road to homelessness. Rumors abound, feral rules, unsafe living conditions, and tried extortion, yet when we went there, reality was far different. What we saw will shock you. Citizens of Hong Kong working and living like the rest of us. Their apartments are smaller, and their shops more modest, but the people who live here would be out of place anywhere in the Fez city. Citizens like shoemaker Chow Sang Sui. The scene cuts to an elderly man in a closet-sized stall filled with shoemaking equipment. He smiles proudly at the camera. Oh, I love it here. We have a community, you know. We're like family. Maybe we don't have a nice view as they do in Repulse Bay, but I imagine living anywhere else. But I can't imagine living anywhere else. It's not a paradise, no, but it's my home. I grew up here. I gotta possibly leave. Camera shifts back to Sunny Chong, who now stands in front of the entrances to the walled city. Contrary to the popular opinion, the walled city serves a vital function. The poor and downtrodden find a home in the walled city, a community where they have a voice, can work, and even prosper, far from being there. The eye saw that the video suddenly stutters, freezes, and ends. Okay, I decided to cut the rest of that crap. She keeps going about what a good place the walled city is, and how we all need it. Don't buy any of it. May not be hell, but you can see it from there. Freedom Cowboys is just trying to get you into trouble. Oh, it's Isabel. So how do you know the real story? I didn't actually realize it was Isabel telling them. Because I grew up there. You know what it's really like? It's eating old broth made from rat bones here because there's nothing else. It's like watching your neighbors sell their 5-year-old son to organ leggers so they don't have to starve to death. When you die in the walled city, your neighbors cheer because they get their clothes off your back. Get the clothes off your back. I wouldn't wish the walled city on my worst enemy. Oh, I would do that. Anyway, post-pay data for sale. Attach data to escrow account. Data will be automatically sold to the highest bidder. Both parties will remain anonymous through the transaction. Open job directory. Pending jobs. Right, I guess I'll go with, I'm feeling serial killer. Feeling like solving a mystery. Take the run. Good. Tell the others you're coming. They don't like outsiders, so they might shoot at you if I don't warn them that you'll be arriving. Nice. Now I can save. It's just not when I'm moving. Hello, Raptor. You're spoken enough for one day, my friend. At the risk of coming off as across this road, I simply must prioritize my work over socializing. Please come back later, we can talk, but for now I must insist that you leave. Very well. Right, anything else I need to do? Tempted. But I'll save it for now to boost my other stuff. Well, that shall be it for the stream. Well, hope you all had a nice day. Farewell for now.